So recently on my Football Manager adventures, I discovered this insane tool to create your very own custom kits and put them into FM24, both as 2D kits and in-game as 3D kits too. It is super easy to use and I think it's brilliant and I wanted to share it with you guys. So in today's video, I'm going to help you to take your kits from looking like this to looking like this. Come on. So this brilliant tool is fmkitcreator.com. Now, if you search for fmkitcreator.com, you will find this website, click on it, and it will take you to here. There's actually also a PES kit creator and a FIFA kit creator all in the same place here. But we're going to focus on Football Manager today because that's the game that I play and probably you guys play as well. Now, in today's video, I'm going to show you how I would go about creating a custom kit for a team in game. I'm going to create a kit for Guangzhou FC, who were the first team that I managed in my Pentagon save. And as you can see on the base game, without loading in any kit packs or anything like that, have a very boring looking red kit and yellow kit. We can change this in game, and not only the 2D kits that you see on the club profile screen, but also these kits that you see in game can be changed into your own custom ones, which to me feels like a bit of a game changer. Now, previously, to put custom kits into the game, you either have to go and download a kit pack or to find somebody talented to create a kit for you in the game. It was particularly tricky to be able to create the 3D kits that you actually see in the match engine. However, this website does that for you based on the kit that you create here, and it is super easy to use and super easy to load into your game, which is what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to do a bit of a step-by-step. I'm going to create some kits so that you can hopefully follow along, and hopefully this is useful for you and it elevates your game in the same way that it has done for me. A couple of things to say straight up here. If you are playing on console, I don't think this is going to work for you. This, I assume, is specifically for PC. If you play on Mac, this should apply as well. And if you are playing the PC version, but on Game Pass, this does also still work. Now, there is a how-to guide here, which shows you how to import the kit into Football Manager. If my guide isn't good enough, go to this tab on the website because it will tell you how to do it, especially if you are on Mac, because where I put my documents that I create are going to be slightly different for you guys on Mac. Okay. Now, I've actually been playing around with this for a while. I've created a whole load of kits that you can see on here, look, for my different saves and different teams that I've been managing. Okay, so this first screen that you come across here, you can put in the team that you are going to be creating a kit for. I'm going for Guangzhou in China. This also lets you know what the unique ID is for that team, which is something you would need to know if you're going to do this manually and change the config file, which if that means nothing to you, don't worry about it. If it does, you know what I'm talking about. Guangzhou, though, who are unique ID 409 in the game, I can select them here, and that's going to do some of the job for us. Now, we have got in the game a home kit and away kit that we can edit. You can actually, little extra tip here, you can create a third kit, which will then appear in the game if they don't already have one. This is only showing as a home kit and away kit because in the game they've only got home and away. You can add a third kit as well here. Now, on this screen, you can also select a template. Now, on here, just as a heads up too, the ones that have the little gold M on here are needing to be paid for. Everything else, though, is free. There are loads of free templates on here to begin with. I actually paid to subscribe so that I had access to everything on here. But of course, you can do it for free. And even without using a template, you can create any kit basically anyway. So I think I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to go with a Nike kit for Guangzhou, and we need them to have a red first kit. So I'm going to go with something nice and modern. You have some templates here. Look, the Croatia 2024 kit, the Chelsea kits from this year. I'm going to use this first Chelsea one as the template. And then if we move through, one thing I do suggest as well, change the texture scale on here to 2048. It just makes it look a little bit more HD as you're editing it. And I always go with the FC12 mini kit style, or you can actually change them to SS on here, or other ones as well, which just changes the shape and the way that the kits look in the game. You can also actually change where the lighting is so that it looks slightly different, look, based on how the lighting is lighting up these pictures here. I usually go for the night one because I think it looks quite nice. So we're creating the home kit at the moment. From here, you can go through and you can select the brand that you're going to use. I'm going to do a Nike kit, which is on there as well. You've got all of these ones to choose from. I'm going to select the team. Now, I can actually select a preset team on here, which I'm not sure is something you can do unless you pay for the subscription service. However, what you can do is you can go and save the logo of whichever team you're using and then load it in. If you go to here, you can upload images for all of these different sections here. So I'm going to choose the Guangzhou badge, which then nicely puts it onto the screen. You can add a sponsor, and there are all of these different sponsor brand logos to choose from. You can also choose a back sponsor as well. So if we wanted to show you what that looks like, you could choose, let's go with Hyundai, which would then nicely go onto the back here. You see how that's black as well? You could also change that by selecting this and it would make it white on the back here. I'm going to leave mine sponsorless, I think, to keep it nice and simple here. You can also select the sleeve patches that you want. So I'm going to search for the Chinese Super League. They're actually in the second division at the very beginning here. Like, you can select those ones. So I'm going to pop those on both sleeves here. And then you move into the actual shirt itself. So now we need ours to be red. So I'm going to select quite a nice dark red there. And then from this point, you can go to town on how much you want to go and actually edit this. You have side panels. You have these patterns to choose from. Some of them are locked and you need to pay for. Some of them are completely free. So this is a free one here, this Mexico pattern here. If I wanted to put this onto my kit here, one thing that I like to do is if you actually just take the same color and do a slightly darker version, it's quite a nice subtle little pattern that you can put onto your kits there. So you then go and scale down the opacity a little bit. It can become a more subtle pattern that you see on the kits there. You can really have a lot of fun with this. What I'm going to go and do now is make this kit and I'll be back to show you what I've done. All right, so this is what I've gone for in the end. I actually did go back and add a sponsor and I just felt like it brought the whole kit together a little bit more. It looks like this when looking at it in full, and that's a completely custom made kit. I think looks pretty, I've gone for a simple, sleek design, but I think it looks pretty cool. In fact, actually, I'm going to add the sponsor on the back because I want to show you it in game. It's a nice, easy thing to be able to spot too. So if I just go to one of my presets, I found it was China Telecom that I used, wasn't it? So I then make that the correct color. We've then got a back sponsor in there too, which you'll be able to spot when we put this kit into the game, which is what I'm going to show you how to go and do now. It is pretty simple, but I know that lots of you will have never done this type of thing before. But trust me, it's easy. Give it a go and you will be rewarded by doing so. First thing you need to do then is you need to download this. So make sure that you download this and make sure it is the home kit that we're going to be changing today. You can go and do your away kit. You can go and do your third kit. Just download them all separately and put them all into the exact same place that I'm going to show you right now. So download that as a zip file. That will then appear wherever you send your downloads to. Mine is just in my downloads folder. What we need to do here is we need to extract this folder into the following destination on your computer. You need to look for where your Sports Interactive folder is, then Football Manager 2024, Graphics, and then Kit. You can see that I've recently put some Porto kits in. Here though, I'm going to do a Guangzhou kit. So what I'm going to do first of all is create a new folder. You don't necessarily need to do this step, but I've got quite a few kits that I've made because I've been going a bit crazy on this website. I'm going to create a folder for Guangzhou kits and open that here. And this is where I'm going to extract that zip folder to. Once I've done this, if you were to go into FM24, graphics, kits, and then the folder that you've just made, you have this little folder here. It's called Guangzhou Home. You could then go and do the same thing, create an away kit, create a third kit, and it would all be here. Now, the work is already done for you at this stage now. If you open it up, you'll see there is the kit, which is the 2D kit that we're going to see in game. There is the 3D kit texture that we're going to see in game. There's also the config file already done for you. If you've ever put in custom faces or kit packs or badge packs or anything like this, you'll know that the config file is vitally important. This is the file that interacts with the game to tell the game where to look for certain graphics. So we have saved this in here. This says record from this particular folder that particular picture for the team, which is team number 409. If you remember, that was the unique ID for Guangzhou in the game. So you don't need to do anything to do that. It's already done for you. All you'll need to do at this stage now is go back to your game and reload the skin. One tip as well is if things aren't working, you may just need to clear your cache. You can always just clear your cache just in case. And then you should just be able to reload the skin here. If you don't have this option to reload skin, just make sure you scroll down to here and make sure that you've got this button clicked here, which says reload skin when confirming changes. Then it will pop up at the bottom. Look, you can click reload skin. And once I do this, our new kit that we've just created should be in the game. Let's check. And there it is. Look, in the game, we now have our new home kit and it looks lovely and more realistic than simply this ugly plain shirt that you see in the top corner here. I don't know if you guys get as hung up on that type of thing as I do. Probably not, to be honest. But when I see just a plain shirt like this, it is a little bit immersion breaking. And I like to have control over everything. Create my own universe, to create my stories with teams like this. Now Guangzhou have what looks like a real football kit. And not only does it show up on the club profile page here, but also if I go into a game, let's go into this last game here where they've beaten DG United 6-0, the kits that we've created will actually show up. If we watch the goals here, or just watch one of the goals here, they'll be wearing that custom kit that we made. Down to, if we were to zoom in, let's go behind the goal here to get the best possible view. Down to, specifically, you'll be able to even notice that back sponsor that I was talking about. Once one of them turns around, you'll see, that's why I put it on there so you could see it. You can see the actual sponsor that we added. The back sponsor is on there too. They are wearing the kit that we created in game. And we really didn't have to do that much, did we? That specific reason is why this tool is so great. Not only can you create really cool 2D kits, but the 3D ones get done for you and they actually wear them in game. You may have known all about this already, and if you did, this video is not for you. If you didn't know, I'm hoping this video is helpful and you can go and have some fun customizing your Football Manager games. I'm actually thinking about doing a video where I show you how I customize every part of my Football Manager experience, from the badge packs that I use to creating my own custom new gen faces using Midjourney and generating my own ones that way, all the way through to things like this using the kit creator here. Maybe if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know in the comments down below, and let me know if this has been helpful today. Leave me a comment just saying thanks, mate, and I'll know that you've watched it to the end of the video and that you found it useful. If you've enjoyed yourselves, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video because it really does help. But most importantly, have a lovely rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks. Bye bye.